Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking about our entropy and extremes topic again. Today I'm talking about rationalism versus empiricism. Uh, these are two extremes that really relate to just about everything. Um, it deals with the study of epistemology, which is the study of how we think and whatnot. And there's two different ways. There's a priori and a posteriori. A priori deals with rational understanding, deduction, um, and innate ideas, whereas a posteriori deals with observations and non-innate ideas. And so these two different ways of thinking, you get rationalism versus empiricism. Rationalism is the idea of how you think. It's the way of thinking in which you think rationally. Obviously, you deduct, you form ideas, and so there's notable rationalists like Descartes, Immanuel Kant, Aristotle. They're all very, very profound rationalists. Descartes is known as like the father of modern philosophy. He says the two operations of our understanding, intuition and deduction, on which alone we have said we must rely in the acquisition of knowledge. He's talking about rationalism here and how you have the two different worlds, the mind and the body, and they're separate. And the body is based on observations, the physical, and the rational is the mind, the mental, the logical. And Descartes says that the observations of the society around you and the physical world, they trick you like optical illusions. You can't always trust what you see, what you hear. So he says if you've been tricked by it, you can't put your full trust in it. So he says the only way to form any truth is through rational thinking, brain, and following your logical pattern of understanding. So yeah, rationalism deals with innate ideas, reason, and deduction. On the other hand, we have empiricism, and Nietzsche sort of falls into this category, but people like Locke, are very notable empiricists. And empiricism is the belief of understanding through observations. So based on senses and not innate ideas, like ideas that you don't have automatically. And so one of the main things that we get through empiricism is a scientific method. Because what we do is we come up with an idea and we try to prove it through observations. And the observations are what the empirical ideas come from. And so this is based on the physical world, right? And so there are philosophers that take philosophy on and they think in both ways. They think, okay, well, we're going to solely complete a philosophical discussion through logic and reason and rationalism, and others say, no, you need to trust your senses, logic, well, the world isn't logical, so you can't describe it logically. So there's merit to both viewpoints, and the greatest struggle is that they're extremes. And so Aristotle almost contradicts himself. And what he says is, well, you have your extremes and you want to find the mean between the extremes, right? But he also says you have to describe the world in the rational way. So I say that the difference between empiricism and rationalism is so extreme that the only way to actually understand and explain the world is through the mean. And that's why I'm doing videos. Because videos, it's an observational experience, you have to understand the world around you in the same way that the world around you is made. And the world around you isn't completely logical. There's a lot that doesn't make sense. But on the other hand, not everything is based on observations. We have math, we have science, we have a bunch of stuff. And so you have to use both empiricism and rationalism to come up with a true philosophy around the world and about the world. And that comes along with changing your perspective. You need to change your perspective to see the world rationally and empirically. And the only way you can come to a full and complete understanding is by looking through both lenses. It's as if you had you have a pair of glasses, right? And well, if you see through your left eye, well, let's do a quick experiment. All right, close your right eye. Now you're seeing out of your left eye, and now look at a point somewhere like 10 feet ahead of you. Now open your right eye and close your left eye. Now keep staring at that point. You'll notice that point moves left and right, right? So the point is that you have two different lenses. You have your right and your left, right? Empiricism, rationalism. And so based on which eye you're looking through, you're going to see something differently. You're going to see it in a different place. And so in order to have an understanding about it, you have to look with both eyes, right? So I know where the point is because I see it with both eyes. If I look through my left eye, it's a little skewed. If I look through my right eye, it's a little skewed for me. So that's what you have to do. So that was today's video. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a like. Subscribe to my channel. And yeah. I'm going to be posting like 7 videos this week. I'm going to be talking a lot about extremes first couple days, and then the last couple days I'm going to catch up and talk more about morals and ethics. I'll hopefully have some people on the show this week. My good friend Alex said he'd want to come back and talk about ethics, so probably have him back on the show. But yeah, so that's for today. I'll leave you guys with that. Bye.